Welcome aboard the Skytrain. This form of light rail transit, LRT, has been operating since 1986 and is the oldest and one of the longest fully automated, driverless, rapid transit systems in the world. It serves the cities of Vancouver, Burnaby, New Westminster, Richmond, Coquitlam, Port Moody, and this extension into Surrey, completed in 1994. In the early 1980s, a rapid transit system was being considered for the Greater Vancouver area. The decision was made to go with a rapid transit system that was more expensive to build, but which offered advantages over cheaper to build street-level rapid transit systems. The Skytrain travels on its own dedicated track system, which often runs above or below street level, and so it does not add to traffic congestion. There is no possibility of injuries or deaths resulting from collisions between vehicles and the Skytrains, because the trains run on this separate, independent track system. The Skytrain is an automated system that does not require a driver for each train. This results in savings from salary costs over the years, which offsets the initial cost to build this more expensive transit system. Skytrain is not a perfect transit system, but it has proven itself to be an efficient way to move people over the past 30 years. What would Vancouver look like today if a decision had been made to go with a cheaper to build, street-level type transit system? There would certainly be more traffic congestion. What about 30 years from now? Street-level LRT or Skytrain? The city of Surrey is facing this same decision. In 2016, the city of Surrey's population was 517,887 people. Over the next 30 years, Surrey will welcome 300,000 new residents. In 2041, Surrey will surpass Vancouver as the most populated city in BC. This means more vehicles and more traffic congestion in the future. Surrey needs a rapid transit system. Fast forward to 2017, and the City of Surrey and TransLink have presented an LRT system for Surrey. But it's not Skytrain. Instead, they have chosen a cheaper to build transit system that runs at street level in lanes separated from regular traffic. It will run using electricity and is operated by a driver. As the LRT trains will travel at street level, they will go through the same intersections that other vehicles go through. What if an intersection is blocked due to an accident? The LRT trains will be held up. The purpose of an LRT system is to reduce traffic congestion. Does street-level LRT reduce traffic congestion or add to it? The elevated Skytrain track system may have a negative visual impact in the city, as is claimed on the City of Surrey's website, but it does more efficiently move people than a street-level track system could. Street-level LRT is cheaper to build, but is it an efficient way to move people? If an LRT system is efficient, people will use it, and it will generate revenue. If an LRT system is not efficient, people won't use it, and it is a waste of money. What are the costs to modify city streets to build this street-level transit system? How will these modifications affect traffic during the construction phase and 30 years from now? What about the protected areas like Green Timbers Urban Park that runs along Fraser Highway? How many injuries or deaths will result from collisions between LRT trains and vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians? What safety systems will be required to prevent collisions, and how will these safety systems affect traffic flow on the roads? Has this cost been factored into the decision to build a cheaper LRT system in Surrey? If the future in vehicle technology is driverless cars, why would we consider an LRT system that requires a driver? We already have an LRT system, Skytrain, which is automated. Why this step backwards? What are the costs required to pay someone to drive each LRT train every day for 30 years? When these costs are added to the costs of this cheaper to build LRT transit system, the true price of this LRT choice is revealed. It may not be so cheap after all. Has the cost to pay drivers been factored into the decision to build a cheaper LRT system in Surrey? The Mayor and Council of Surrey and TransLink favor this street-level LRT system. But what about the residents of Surrey, who are taxpayers and voters, and who will have to live with this LRT choice long into the future? Do we have a say and a choice in this decision? In March 2017, the Surrey Leader newspaper asked its readers this question: would you rather see more Skytrain or LRT, light rail transit, come to Surrey? 85% of the people who responded chose Skytrain. 15% of the people who responded chose LRT. The residents of Surrey would prefer an extension of the Skytrain through Surrey rather than the street-level LRT that the Mayor and Council and TransLink want to build. Skytrain costs more to build, and there is no getting around that. Cost to build a rapid transit system should not be the only factor in this decision. Surrey needs a rapid transit system that is efficient and safe, and that meets the needs of its residents today and long into the future. If Surrey is to become a first-class city, it needs a first-class transit system. We have all learned that cheaper isn't necessarily better. The rapid transit system choice that is made now will affect this city for years into the future. Let's take a moment to consider the long-term needs of this city and make sure that the rapid transit system chosen for Surrey is on the right track.